She said, "If you have a problem with my ex texting me good morning every day, you're controlling." I said, "You're right." I started texting her best friend, who'd been asking me out for months. She saw us at brunch. I said, "Just saying good morning." I, 27 male, had been with Amanda, 26, for about 2 years. We met in Portland at a mutual friend's art gallery opening where she was showcasing some of her photography work. She was a freelance photographer specializing in weddings and events, and I was a network security analyst for a tech company downtown. We connected over our shared love of hiking and craft beer, and within a few months, we were exclusive. The first year and a half was solid. We did everything together: weekend trips to the coast, brewery tours, camping in the Cascades. I thought we had something real. My friends liked her friends liked me, and we'd even started talking about moving in together. Then her ex-boyfriend Kyle started creeping back into the picture. Amanda and Kyle had dated for 3 years in college. According to her, it was an intense relationship that ended badly when Kyle cheated on her with someone from his fraternity. They hadn't spoken in almost 4 years when, out of nowhere, he reached out to apologize. Kyle messaged me on Instagram. Amanda told me one evening about 6 months ago. He said he's been in therapy working through his issues and wanted to make amends for how things ended. "That's nice, I guess," I said. "Are you going to respond?" "I think so. Closure is important, right?" "Sure. As long as that's all it is." She responded. And that one message turned into a conversation. Then multiple conversations. Then daily texts. I started noticing her phone light up with his name constantly. At breakfast, during dinner, even when we were watching movies together. She'd smile at something he said and quickly type back, "You two talk a lot," I mentioned casually one night. "We're just catching up. It's been years." "How much catching up do you need to do? Don't be like that. We're friends now." Adults can be friends with their exes. I let it slide, but it got worse. Every morning, without fail, Kyle would text her, "Good morning," with some cheerful emoji. And every morning, Amanda would text back. Sometimes before she'd even said good morning to me. One morning, I woke up to find her already on her phone, smiling at the screen. "Let me guess," I said. "Kyle." "Yeah. He sent me this funny meme about photography. He texts you every single morning." "So?" "He's a morning person. It's just being friendly." "It's your ex-boyfriend texting you good morning every day? That's not just friendly. Are you seriously jealous of a text message?" "I'm uncomfortable with the frequency and intimacy of your communication with your ex." "Intimacy? It's literally the words, 'good morning.' You're being paranoid." Over the next few weeks, it escalated. Kyle wasn't just texting good morning anymore. It was good morning and good night. It was, "How's your day going?" and "thinking of you." And "remember when we went to that concert?" They started having phone calls. Amanda would step outside or into another room to talk to him. When I'd ask what they talked about, she'd be vague. Just life stuff. Just life stuff that required privacy. Then came the afternoon, I saw her phone sitting on the counter. She was in the shower, and it lit up with a text from Kyle. "Last night's conversation was amazing. I've missed talking to you like that." My stomach dropped. "What conversation?" She'd told me she was tired and went to bed early last night. Had she been talking to Kyle while I was asleep? I didn't snoop further. I didn't need to. The pattern was clear. That evening, I brought it up. "Amanda, we need to talk about Kyle." "Oh my God, not this again." "Yes, this again. You're in constant contact with your ex. He's texting you first thing in the morning and last thing at night. You're having phone calls you hide from me. This isn't normal." "It's completely normal. We're friends. Friends don't act like this." "This is emotional cheating." "Emotional cheating? Are you serious?" "We're just talking." "You're prioritizing communication with him over me. You're hiding conversations. You're getting defensive every time I mention it. If it's so innocent, why all the secrecy?" "There's no secrecy. You're being controlling. Setting boundaries about ex-partners isn't controlling. If you have a problem with my ex texting me good morning every day, then you're controlling. I'm not changing my behavior because you're insecure." There it was. The ultimatum disguised as an accusation. Either accept her relationship with Kyle or be labeled as controlling and insecure. I took a breath. Made a decision. "You're right," I said calmly. She looked surprised. "What?" "You're right. I am being controlling. You should be able to text whoever you want, whenever you want." "Exactly. Thank you for finally. So, I'm going to stop being controlling. Do whatever you want with Kyle." Something in my tone made her pause. "What does that mean?" It means I'm done arguing about this. Text him, call him, have your emotional affair. I'm not going to say another word about it. It's not an affair. Sure, whatever you say. I walked away, leaving her confused in the living room. But I meant what I said. I was done arguing. Not because I accepted it, but because I decided to make a different choice. Amanda's best friend was a woman named Qley. They'd been friends since high school, close as sisters, shared everything. Qley was a marketing manager for a local brewery, outgoing and fun. I'd gotten to know her pretty well over the 2 years Amanda and I had been together. What Amanda didn't know was that Qley had been flirting with me for months. It started subtly, compliments that lingered a bit too long, touching my arm when she laughed at my jokes, finding excuses to text me separately from the group chat. At first, I thought I was imagining it. Then she made it explicit. About 3 months ago, we were all at a bar for someone's birthday. Amanda was in the bathroom, and Qley leaned over. "Can I tell you something?" she said. "Sure. If you weren't with Amanda, I'd absolutely ask you out." I didn't know how to respond. "That's flattering. I'm serious. You're funny, smart, attractive. She's lucky to have you." "Thanks, Qley. I mean it. If things ever don't work out, you should call me." She'd given me her number separately after that. I never used it, but I kept it. Now, sitting in my apartment after Amanda had essentially told me to deal with her emotional affair or be labeled controlling, I pulled up Qley's contact. I sent a simple text. "Hey, is that offer still open?" She responded within minutes. "Which offer?" "The one about grabbing coffee if things didn't work out with Amanda." "Are things not working out with Amanda?" "Let's just say I'm reconsidering my options." "Coffee tomorrow? 10 a.m.? That place on Burnside you mentioned once." "Perfect." We met for coffee the next morning. I told Qley everything. The constant texting with Kyle, the good morning messages, Amanda's defensiveness, the accusation that I was controlling. Qley listened and shook her head. "I've told her she's playing with fire. Kyle isn't just being friendly. He wants her back. And she either doesn't see it or doesn't care. Probably a bit of both. For what it's worth, I think you deserve better." "Thanks." That means a lot coming from her best friend. I'm her best friend, but I'm not going to co-sign her bad behavior. You're a good guy, and she's taking you for granted. We talked for 2 hours. About life, about work, about everything except Amanda and Kyle. And I realized something. Qley was easy to talk to. Easier than Amanda had been in months. As we were leaving, Qley said, "We should do this again." "I'd like that. How about brunch this weekend? There's a new place in the Pearl District I've been wanting to try. It's a date." She smiled. "Is it? If you want it to be." "I absolutely do." Over the next few days, Qley and I texted constantly. Funny memes, good morning messages, checking in throughout the day. Everything Amanda was doing with Kyle, I was now doing with Qley. Amanda noticed I was on my phone more, but didn't say anything. She was too busy texting Kyle. Saturday morning came, and I got ready for brunch with Qley. Amanda was still asleep when I left. I didn't wake her. Qley looked amazing. Sundress, hair done, clearly put in effort. We got a table on the patio of this trendy brunch spot in the Pearl, ordered mimosas, and shared an order of French toast. "This is nice," she said. "Really nice. Thanks for suggesting it. Thanks for actually wanting to spend time with me." "Always." We were laughing about something when I saw her. Amanda, walking toward the restaurant with 2 friends. Qley saw her at the same time. "Oh no." "Oh yes," I said. "Let her see." Amanda walked closer, spotted us, and froze. Her face went from casual to shocked to angry in about 3 seconds. She walked over to our table. "What the hell is this?" "Brunch," I said calmly. "The French toast is amazing. You should try it." "Why are you having brunch with Qley?" "Why not? We're friends." "Friends don't have romantic brunch dates." "Really?" "Because you've been having romantic text conversations with Kyle for months and calling it friendship. That's completely different." "How?" Qley jumped in. "Amanda, I told you that you were taking him for granted. You're my best friend. How could you do this to me? I'm your best friend who's watching you emotionally cheat on a good man. Don't put this on me." Amanda looked between us, her face red. "Are you two dating?" "We're having brunch," I said. "Just saying good morning. You know, the way you and Kyle do. Except I'm doing it in person. This is revenge. You're doing this to hurt me." "No. I'm doing this because I deserve someone who actually wants to be with me. Someone who doesn't prioritize her ex over me. Someone who doesn't call me controlling for having basic boundaries." I never prioritized Kyle. Amanda, you texted him good morning every day before you'd even look at me. You had secret phone calls with him. You defended your relationship with him over your relationship with me. That's the definition of prioritizing. She started crying. Please, can we talk about this? Alone. There's nothing to talk about. You made your choice. I'm making mine. What about us? 2 years together. What about it? You spent the last 6 months rebuilding something with Kyle while neglecting what we had. You don't get to be upset now. One of her friends pulled her away, trying to calm her down. Qley and I finished our brunch in relative peace, though I could see Amanda crying at a table inside with her friends. As we left, Amanda tried to stop me. This isn't over. Yes, it is. I'll come get my stuff from your place this week. We're done. You can't date my best friend. You can't emotionally cheat with your ex and expect me to stick around. Guess we're both full of surprises. Qley and I left together. She drove me back to my place, and we sat in the car for a few minutes. That was intense, she said. Sorry you got caught in the middle. I'm not sorry. I meant everything I said. She was taking you for granted, and you deserve better. Thanks for being honest. With both of us. So what happens now? Now I move on. Officially. And I'd really like to take you on a proper date. Not brunch ambush, but something planned and intentional. She smiled. I'd love that. Over the next few weeks, things moved fast. Amanda tried to reach out multiple times, texts, calls, showing up at my apartment. I kept it civil but firm. We were over. Her relationship with Kyle had crossed too many lines, and I wasn't interested in trying to rebuild trust. Qley and I started officially dating. It felt different from Amanda, healthier, more balanced. Qley was upfront about her feelings, didn't play games, and actually wanted to spend time with me instead of her ex. Amanda's friend group split. Some sided with her, saying I'd betrayed her by dating Qley. Others sided with me, saying Amanda had brought it on herself. Qley lost Amanda as a friend, at least temporarily. That was hard for her, but she said she didn't regret it. I watched her treat you like an option for months. Qley told me one evening. I couldn't pretend to support that. And honestly, I'd been interested in you for way longer than I should admit. When the opportunity came, I took it. No regrets. None. You. Not a single one. 3 months later, I heard through mutual friends that Amanda and Kyle had tried dating again. It lasted about 3 weeks before he ghosted her. Apparently, the fantasy of rekindling their college romance didn't match reality. She tried to reach out after that, wanting to talk about everything. I declined. There was nothing to talk about. She'd made her priorities clear, and I'd moved on with mine. Qley and I are still together 6 months later. We moved in together last month, and honestly, it's the healthiest relationship I've ever had. No games, no emotional affairs with exes, no accusations of being controlling when I have reasonable boundaries. Sometimes Amanda still texts, usually late at night, usually some version of I made a mistake. I don't respond. Qley knows about the texts and doesn't care. She had her chance, Qley says. She chose Kyle over you. Now she gets to live with that choice. And that's the truth of it. Amanda prioritized her emotional connection with her ex over our relationship. She called me controlling for not accepting it. So I stopped trying to control anything and simply removed myself from the equation. If wanting your girlfriend to not emotionally cheat with her ex makes me controlling, then I'm fine with being labeled that way. At least I'm controlling my own life now. Amanda can text Kyle good morning for the rest of her life if she wants. I'll be too busy actually saying good morning to someone who values me. And that someone just happens to be her former best friend who saw my worth when Amanda didn't. Funny how things work out.